slapping contest has been really popular lately and really blowing up. There is a couple of things, right? A couple of controversies as far as regarding slapping. Is it good? Is it how far are we going to take it? I even see some things on Twitter of people questioning whether or not the next step is watching people get stabbed live on video, live for entertainment. Um, Watching people get shot for entertainment. I don't have the answers to these things. I just want to look at this video that Dana White. Dana White actually has his own slapping competitive sport. It's called Power Slap. Now, if you watch slapping or the sport, let's just call it this. Let's just call it a sport. The slapping, the sport of slapping, right? If you watch it, there's a couple of things. There are rules. There are rules that are followed in most leagues, right? And first of all, to be quite honest, I'll give props to Moist Critical. If you don't know that YouTuber, he was the one that put me on. I watch his streams, and he talk about slapping a lot, right? And if you know anything about slapping, there are rules. There are rules that the slappers or the competitors must follow. There are rules implemented because obviously it's a dangerous sport. But we live in a capitalistic society where there's money to be made and where there's things to make it more entertaining, right? It's entertainment. You have to make it entertaining. The more value you add or the more entertaining you make your show, the more money you will make. Here comes Dana White. He is great at that. So he entered the sport of slapping with his own league called Power Slap. So we're gonna watch this UFC posted the origin of Power Slap video, and we're gonna react to it. I'm going to give my opinions on it and what I think about it. All right. All right, with no further ado, let's get it cracking.
A few years ago, I started watching some videos on social media and online of guys slapping, and I was into it immediately. Oh my. What I'm looking for are the best slap fighters in the world to come in and join Power Slap. And they'll be competing for a spot.
The first thing that's important to notice, like right off the bat, like in most of the slapping tournaments or most of the slapping leagues, you can't use this part of your hand, like almost at your wrist, because it's not really a slap at that point. It's almost like you're punching them in the head, because this part of your hand is hard. When it hits the side of your head, it'll knock you out. Which is the controversy with Power Slap, because there has been a lot of knockouts and a lot of apparently somebody had some kind of brain issue, right? Because of that, because there aren't any rules as opposed to the other slapping leagues. Let's continue watching this.
First pay-per-view, and they'll also be fighting to be ranked. So for the coaches, we brought in the two best guys in the world. 2, 3, oh! Darius the Destroyer is a heavyweight champion from Missouri, and this dude has never lost a fight.
No! Rocky Moore is unconscious. Darius the Destroyer with a big knockout.
So the Wolverine's name is Ron, and he's a former MMA fighter turned slap fighter.
Another big shot from Wolverine. Oh my!
This guy's got incredible power and toughness.
Yo, this sport is incredible. Like, I already reacted to the other to some other ones. Like, this sport is incredibly dangerous. I watched the UFC, and this is like intense. To me, in my personal opinion, this is more intense than the UFC.
Oh!
And his
Because not all the UFC fights are as intense, right? There's some UFC fight where they just run around the cage and they tag each other in the legs, and all they're doing is leg kicks and just running around. But this, you have no choice but to get slapped in the face continuously, back to back, like every 30 seconds or so.
only losses have been to the Destroyer. Their most recent fight was an epic 27-rounder that was eventually called in favor of Darius, and is considered by most people the greatest slap fight ever.
Darius the Destroyer, the champion.
So they're going to train these young up-and-coming fighters, and then Darius and Ron are
We know Dana White is notorious for the way he pays his fighters or in the UFC. So these people in the power slap, of course, it's a way for them to make money. If they want to really, passionate about it and they want to compete. But I'm really interested in knowing how Dana White plan on compensating them if it's going to be anything like the UFC.
live on pay-per-view for the first ever heavyweight slap championship. So now I'm going to sit down with the coaches and the matchmakers, and we're going to go through film, and we're going to decide who has to slap their way into the house and who just goes straight in.
1, 2.
God.
That's what I'm about! Declaring the winner by knockout, Christopher Thomas! KO Swift, baby!
You know what? When I just look at this dude, I wonder if there are any sort of testing protocols, like if you can be on steroids. Obviously, there is weight class, right? Because they have heavyweight, like I just saw. I wonder if there are any testing protocols like USADA or anything like that. If they're allowed to be on steroids, I don't know if that has any effect on slaps, like how much impact that has on you slapping somebody. I don't know. I'm just asking questions at the moment.
I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm just here to do what I do best, and that's put on a show for the people.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I'm here for legacy. I want to prove that I'm the baddest man in the world.
I hate that!
Savage.
Watching me.
Wow. For your winner by unanimous decision, Rob One-Eyed Wolf! You can't with me!
That dude just nuts. The one-eyed wolf could not get medically cleared, so Ryan Phillips is going straight into the house.
My Jesus freaks out!
I wonder what that means if he can't get medically cleared. Like, are they testing them for steroids, or are they? What does that mean? Or does he have some kind of condition, like as far as physical? I wonder what that means.
This guy looks certified out of his mind.
God damn.
I'm right though.
Holy shit.
Don't make me do that, Dana.
I'm gonna stop this bout. The fighter has a laceration in his lip and he cannot continue.
Oh my God, that is horrific. Oh my God. You see, that's what I'm saying. This is what's cutting. This is what cuts him. This what knock you out. It's not the palm. It's not like you're not getting hit like this. They're getting hit like this. Which, that's terrible. That shit is terrible. And I wonder if Dana White even provide insurance for this. Most likely not. Dana White is a true entrepreneur, true capitalist.
We want to give these guys another opportunity, so they're going to have to slap their way into the house.
My nickname is the Iron Giant, and I'm excited to showcase my power.
It's over. It's over. Do not get up. It's over.
I knew it was going to be a knockout from the start. I could have hit a lot harder, but it didn't even matter. He did not get back up, so it's a great feeling.
What you gonna see from me is straight, vicious power. 3.
Damn.
Vicious. Yeah. Vicious.
Jewel Kid Diamond Scott!
We might get this opportunity only once, so I don't think I'm going to hold back.
Fuck. Bro, these things are so vicious.
That knockout is one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen. We aren't having female fighters in this first power slap competition, but Darius was so impressed by Sheena that he's gonna have her come on board as his assistant coach for the season. And I love that idea.
Wesley versus John. Wesley is so tough, man.
Oh yeah, he got the cauliflower ears. He looked like he was an MMA fighter or some kind of martial art.
This guy had a hematoma on his cheek, bit down, fought through it. This dude's awesome, and we're very excited to have him here.
The winner, Wesley Train.
I've done so much in my life where I'm just striving for this dream. This is my dream. I want to change the world.
Oh man, they're all doing the same thing. Like if you watch any like slapping competition, you know this right here is a no-go. You cannot slap with that, and they're all doing it, and that's what's causing all these big knockouts and the cuts.
These two are slapping out of each other.
The Machine Davis.
That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta give Dana props though. He knows how to put on a show because like this is the cameras, the lighting, everything is up to par.
Guys in the competition.
I had to perform. That's why we're here. I plan on being on the top.
This is going to be the most exciting, the most interesting, and the most unique sport that you've ever seen in your life. You tune in, you're going to see just why you're going to love it.
What we need over the next several weeks is your expertise and to turn these guys into killers. Any combat sport, you always have a handful of holy moments. This is a whole nother level.
I wonder how many times Dana White is gonna use the same formula. Because if you watch the UFC, you know this is the same formula they used for the UFC for it to take off. Like literally, the UFC when it started, they were having issues with getting recognized, getting into different states and things like that. What they did was they got a show, which is literally the same thing. They got a show, and on the show, they just kept on fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, and it kept on spreading. More people started to watch it, right? And then we have it, the UFC that we have today, which is the same thing that he's doing for this power slap thing that he got going on right now. I wonder how many times this formula is going to work. And if it does work, I wonder why his competitors don't use the same formula. Like the FPL and all these Bellator MMA competitors. I wonder why they don't use the same formulas. But overall, though, I think it's very interesting to see him go down this venture, and I hope this gets more regulation in place, or he gets more rules in place, because it's different. The power slap is very different in comparison to the other slapping leagues. But yeah, in general, I do see there are some people concerned regarding how far they're gonna take this, right? How far they're gonna push this? Where's the limit? Like, are we gonna start watching people stab each other necks for entertainment? Things like that happen, and whatever you want to call it, we just call it entertainment. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the 3Ms. If you like that video you just watched, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also I have other videos on the channel. I should have a suggestion somewhere over here, somewhere over there. I'll see you next time, bro. Sub to the channel, 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 sub to the channel. Leave a like down below.